There's an attack coming. I need warriors.
Stop right there. I'm in.
You are?
Yeah. I need friends.
On my lead.
Let's do it. My turn. Dressed like a bat.
You really are out of your mind.
I'm not the one who brought a pitchfork.
Justice League. Experience it in IMAX November 17th.
Hi, I'm your kid critic Jack Mooney, and welcome to the Jack Mooney Show. And in this video, we are not doing Kid Critic Doc Talks Movies. I'll make sure to get back with that as soon as Thanksgiving is rolling around. But in this video, we are talking about Justice League, the big DCEU movie that opened tonight. And I just got back from seeing it. It's late. I wanted to get this review out for you guys so you can have my opinion about it. I went in with very low expectations. I think it's at like a 38, 39, 40 on Rotten Tomatoes. So I wasn't expecting much. I was expecting a little better than Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman, but I was like, I'm not sure. And what was really interesting is in my last video I talked about how I wasn't a huge fan of the Thor beginning. I thought it just was like comic book CGI noise, big issue in this movie. But what I did like about this, the beginning of this movie is so, in a way, fascinating. This is a spoiler review, so I will go into it. It's a kid interviewing Superman, and the kid asks him something like, "What's your favorite part about Earth, the world?" And Superman turns to the camera and it stops. And I hope, because I saw during that the mustache thing with Henry Cavill, it looked like there was a CGI digital remove. So I'm thinking that was a Joss Whedon scene. And I'm glad they brought Joss Whedon in. I know there's some controversies over him and Wonder Woman, but story-wise, I'm gonna say that scene, I think, was from Whedon, and it's a complex look at listen, there's this alien, this savior, almost like Jesus. He comes down to Earth, and what does he think about it? From Grace Randolph, she was talking about this scene, and Superman's like talking about being alive and being dead. He's like, I can't live and I can't die. And that was a really good quote. It's like, I can't be dead in peace, and when I'm living, there's always some kind of conflict. So that was a good quote. So just quotable moments, just to start it off for my little intro. But I always like to start things on the positive note. So let's talk about what I did like about Justice League. And I think for anybody who is a superhero fanboy or fangirl, is that we get to see our favorite superheroes together, and it's just so incredible. In the theater, sitting back and being like, "Wow, that's really cool." Yeah, there's the Snyder things that take you out of that, but I was I'm not gonna say impressed, because I was very disappointed in the movie. I was at times smiling, and I'm like, I can't believe this film is finally being made. It's not the Avengers. I don't think if it ever will be. We'll talk about the sequel, because I'm very excited for that. But yeah. So yeah, just seeing the characters together. But I think for me, by far, was the score. People are going off on Danny Elfman, saying that he phoned it in. This isn't his best score. He's very talented. For me, he goes down with Hans Zimmer, John Williams, Alexander Desplat. I'd say that he's a part of that group of my favorite composers of all time. And what I did like is there'd be some scenes with Batman, and you'd hear the 1989 theme, and I'm like, A, I never thought I'd hear that again, and B, how spectacular is it to see one of the best movie scores of all time on the screen. It was so incredible. And then there was a little bit of John Williams Superman at times when Superman was on screen. And yeah, really good. I was very impressed by the score. Had a big smile on my face. And yeah, I love the score in the movie. Very impressive. The acting was pretty good throughout. Standouts for me, probably the biggest standout was probably Aquaman. I think Jason Momoa gave the best performance out of everybody. He was funny, likable, and he seemed like a good part of the team. So I'm very excited for Aquaman, which comes out in December. As far as Ben Affleck, he went a little more in depth in this one than Batman vs Superman. He's not a great actor. I think Casey is a better actor, in my opinion. But, he tried. He's not a great Batman. I still think Christian Bale and Michael Keaton are better, but there were some scenes, some comedy in there where, yeah, Ben Affleck's okay. Henry Cavill, he's barely in it. He doesn't have a lot to do in this one. But when he is there, I'd say that this is a good representation of Superman. It did bring back the charm instead of this kind of dark, gruesome character. It was a more magical look at Superman, so I did like that. Who else? Wonder Woman, she was pretty good. I know people were talking about how the outfits were too revealing. It was sexist, but I'm not going to focus on that, and I'm just going to say I think Gal Gadot is developing as an actress, and I think from her performance in Wonder Woman to now, I say that there is more emotional depth and more of her getting into her characters and developing as Diana. So, good job, Gal Gadot. Ezra Miller is the Flash. He was hit or miss for me. Sometimes he'd throw a joke and I'm like, not funny. Sometimes he'd be like, oh, that's really funny. Sometimes I'm like, are you playing Tom Holland or is Tom Holland playing you? I don't know. Obviously, Tom Holland does it better because I really did like Spider-Man Homecoming. But yeah, good job, Ezra. And then Cyborg. Pretty good character. Acting was not bad. I was a little distracted from the god-awful CGI of Cyborg, but I'd say the actor really pulled in some emotional depth with I should have died, and I don't like being this creature, this monster, and it was a really nice scene with him and his father, I'm going to say. So yeah, good right there. Besides from that, oh, okay, I'll just say now. The end credit scene of the movie, let me just check a timing. Okay, I can do it. The end credit scene of the movie, I'd say was my favorite part of the whole movie. Not because it was the credits, no. Because, A, we got to look at Justice League 2. What we saw is we saw Deathstroke, Lex Luthor, and maybe something that had to do with the Joker. I'm not sure. We're in a jail cell, and we see a man who's bald. And we're like, oh, that's Luthor. But the guard goes up to him, and it's this crazy guy, not Luthor. He's laughing, and right when I saw that, I'm like, oh, Leto. He has to be behind this, Jared Leto. So yeah, hint right there. Then we see a big yacht, and we see a character who looks like Deadpool, but it's Deathstroke, walking, and he goes up to the real Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg. His head is shaved. And they're talking about some new league, and they're talking about the Injustice League, which is basically an anti-Justice League. All the big Superman, Batman, Flash, Aquaman villains getting together to go against a team, which I think is brilliant, and I'm really excited. Way better than Steppenwolf. Let's go into the negatives right now. What I hated the most was the visual effects and Steppenwolf. The visual effects in this just took me out of the movie. I was distracted. I just couldn't do it. And I was like, what am I watching? This is disgusting. No, we shouldn't be in this point in time. I thought the visual effects were bad in Thor. No, they're so bad here. It's worse than video games. And like Call of Duty World War II just came out, and I watched the trailer for that, and I'm like, that's better than the Justice League visual effects. And then Steppenwolf, what a forgettable character. I mean, what the heck? I think he's not as bad as a Suicide Squad villain, but he's definitely worse than Doomsday in my opinion. Yeah, I don't... Ooh, it was rough. I don't even want to think about it without sighing. We shouldn't be here. Okay, we get great villains like Heath Ledger, and then we're at Steppenwolf, a CGI character with an actor voicing him. It's no. We should not be there. And those two were so big that I just did not like the movie that much. The pacing's all over the place. We're like, oh, here's Aquaman. Oh, let's talk about Wonder Woman now. Oh, here. Editing's jumpy, but they had a time limit, and they had to make the movie under 2 hours, so I can forgive them for that. But there was a missing element. It felt like there should have been more. But yeah, there was some good action in the movie. I'm not gonna lie. I'd say my favorite action scene was because Steppenwolf's going after these boxes, and he's going after this one box in the Amazonian Wonder Woman land. I don't know. I'm not a huge comic book fan. I'm a movie fan, so I don't know that part. And they're going after this chase with Steppenwolf going after Wonder Woman's mom. And I'm like, oh, that was a pretty intense scene. That was pretty good. But yeah. Other than that, what am I going to give the movie? I'm giving it a C-. Pretty disappointing. But what can you expect? We've only gotten one good DCEU movie, Wonder Woman. And I'm pretty positive, hopeful on Aquaman. And I think that one's going to be good too. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Justice League 2. I want to see the Injustice League. I want to see Joker back. I can't believe I'm saying this. I want to see Lex Luthor back. And let's bring back some classic Batman baddies. Okay, thank you.